As George grows closer to finding what he's after, the debris that Orbital has collected begins a mysterious process. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Debris Episode 12. Well, it's the penultimate episode, and here we are back at Langley, and we see pieces of debris are starting to move by themselves, and the containers popping off shelves, moving around. We even see one guy put a piece back, and then another piece moves, and he's like, wait, what's going on? And the facility loses power as well. So we just see the debris is really kind of up to something, especially from last episode. It started to do stuff as well. And this is where the mystery begins, and Brian and Finola arrive at Langley to help figure out what's going on. So we really get to see them start to look around, and they see that some of the debris has moved around by itself because they have like footage, from the security cameras. And then that's it, so they have to go in and start to investigate. And what they find is kind of disturbing but cool at the same time. Like disturbing for them, but it's like kind of cool because we actually get a pretty decent mystery this time as well. Like episode 9 and 10, that was a good mystery, but that also had to do with like reality and like time travel. So this actually presents us with a decent mystery, to good mystery really, that goes forward. And as they're investigating, they find more and more things happening, especially with the people that were left in the facility, that didn't make it out. And we see George use Finola's laptop and the files that she got to start looking for a piece of debris that he's been looking for a while. And he also, and that's sprinkled throughout the whole episode, and he helps Finola, too, try to figure out what's going on at Langley, and even gives her some ideas. And after talking to George, she decides to reverse the polarity on the devices that they use to shut down the debris, and essentially set up a makeshift force field so that way, nothing can keep going on until they can really figure out what's happening. And this leads her and Brian to a secret that really shakes Finola, too. Like, she's really upset about what they find and going on at Langley, and I thought it was great because they look super surprised like she does, but Brian's like, oh, what's going on? He's looking around. He's not really worried about too much of what, she's looking at while, because he's trying to figure out what is causing the debris to move around and do stuff. And of course, while this is all happening, we see Anson make his move, and we get to see Influxes back into the picture again. So I actually really liked the little escape that he does here. I thought that was very interesting and very cool. And Brian experiences another vision like last episode, and he comes to a realization because of that. And last week I did say that the episode, like episode 11, slowed down and it showed us more of Brian's past. That was kind of right, but it wasn't. I had a viewer who commented that they were that the episode didn't slow down. They were reinforcing a neural connection idea that'll be important later on to them and the debris. And after watching this episode, that viewer was completely right. So honestly, I will say that episode 11 did not really slow down then. I thought it did a little bit, in my opinion, because of the fact that we got a couple of good mysteries, and then all of a sudden we get more backstory of Brian's, and it's like, wait, what's going on here? Why are we slowing down for that? But no, I was wrong. I was kind of wrong, but I wasn't wrong at the same time. I still feel like it did slow a little bit, but the viewer was completely right. This is a neural connection, and the debris has reached out to Brian for a specific reason. And we get to learn that a little bit, but I think there's more to it than just what he realized and stuff, So I really think that they're going to show more, but we only have one more episode left of this season. So I'm not sure how much they're going to get to answering or if they're going to leave it off on a cliffhanger. So we'll have to wait and find out. But the effects in this episode, I thought were good. I liked what was going on with the debris. Like I'm trying to point to the picture. The cases in this picture, things are happening to them, and there's no debris in it either. So I liked that. I liked how the debris was doing things on its own, and even like what happens towards the end of the episode. The effects were pretty good. The acting, again, in this was good. I did like how Anson acted, did his little escape routine. I thought that was pretty cool. The fact that we got Finola confronting Maddox about what they found at Langley, I thought was actually very good because she was extremely surprised, and it really showed, how they've kind of grown through the episodes. So this episode of Debris gave us a good, again, a pretty decent to good mystery, and that led Brian and Finola to more questions and not as many answers. So I really kind of was a little disappointed because we didn't get more answers, but at the same time, it still isn't bad because we are learning a little more and more about what the debris is capable of now. So I really did that. And we also, again, Finola, was good in this episode because of everything she had to go through, everything she found, and confronting Maddox and stuff. So I really thought that was good. And Brian really comes to a realization and finishes out last week's episode, which is actually something that I didn't think they were going to do. I thought last week's episode was going to be it for that episode, and then we were going to move on. But they tied it in, both episodes, really nicely together. Honestly, I would give this at least a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It wasn't a bad episode. Again, this has been an up and down roller coaster for the season, and I thought this was a pretty good episode. A good episode, anyways. Yeah. So please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and subscribe, as I'll be doing more content. Take care for now, everybody.